Welcome to the Bullets and Bourbon Podcast, where it's not about the bourbon, but more about who you share it with.
Good. Everybody, Jason here at Bullets of Bourbon. Welcome back. I know that we have been, I say welcome back like they were the problem. We have been a bag of shit, to be quite honest. Pretty lazy over the winter months. Tonight we have Dan back. He was smitten. What's his name? The new I'm just kidding. He's nice, though, I'm sure. So good to have you back, Dan.
I found new friends.
Yeah. Craig's not with us tonight, thank fucking God. But Jim is. So we're set, and we're gonna get back in the swing. We owe you guys a huge apology for being MIA for the last couple of months. We will do better. Because we bought more whiskey, and that usually helps the scenario out a little bit. So, thanks.
Hey, we're not fucking dog shit trashed already.
Yeah. We're actually doing this when we're somewhat sober for now. What are we drinking? We all have the same thing.
Jim decided to do a blind for us.
Well, he's gonna do a blind.
But right now we're drinking
the Penelope toasted rye. Yeah, the toasted rye. What are your thoughts on it?
So, like I said before we started, MGP ryes are kind of
hit or miss
for me.
Yeah.
This is nice though. This isn't. This isn't like the dill pickle I usually get on some of their ryes.
I mean, Penelope, they're consistent.
They're
they
easy.
always put out good, easy products. So even if you're not a big whiskey drinker, I think you're trying to lean into whiskey, you can't go wrong with picking up a Penelope.
Yeah, they do.
Penelope toasted, the flavor.
They do a lot of finishes that make it more approachable.
Yes.
Like the rosé, the Rios, the Valencia,
the Havana, some of the sweeter stuff.
How do you do the other rye one? I have not cracked yet. I've had it. The Takoshi.
Takai
cask.
Sweet wine.
Right. Yeah. So that one would be fun to do once I score a backup bottle. One of the things that about Penelope is it's one of Jennifer's favorites, right? And she's like, always get the rosé cask. And it used to be hard to find.
I saw it on the shelf the other day.
Yeah.
It's getting easier and easier to find, which is nice.
And they're wood toppers now.
Oh, so
they got rid of that little crystal thing. So I finally decided to go buy some more whiskey. I felt like we had kind of depleted the stock, and I bought another rosé cask. And then I came downstairs, and if you look right over there, I didn't realize that I had two freaking more bottles of rosé.
The backup stash.
But at some point, I grabbed a wooden top one. So that had to have happened. And it's not that new.
Yeah.
But I did notice it in PA Fine Wine and Good Spirits. They're carrying all of them. And then I did order the brand new Penelope 4-grain bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, it wasn't expensive. That was like a $49 bottle or $39 bottle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's re-released, because I think one of the first Penelopes I ever saw was a 4-grain.
Yeah. So
that was years ago.
We'll see if that one's worth it too. But for generally speaking, the Penelopes that I try are good. They're good starter ones. Mm-hmm. They're never really high proof.
No,
I don't think.
No, like I said, they're enjoyable. They're enjoyable. They're approachable.
What was the one that we tried the other night? It wasn't the Rio.
It was
it's on the shelf.
The one Craig brought over.
The Havana?
The Havana that was a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, it was a Havana. It was like
it
was almost like a dessert drink, like a port.
Yeah, that was
so. It felt a little
sweet.
thicker,
maybe a little too sweet for me.
Yeah,
I think it's like maple and rum cask finish.
Yeah, the Valencia for me continues to be the one that I like the most out of the. The Rio was hard to find. Batch 1 was hard to find. Yeah. Batch 1 was really good.
See, I wasn't a big Rio fan.
Too much Amburana?
Too much.
Yeah.
A little bit too cinnamon for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Architect.
You like the Architect?
Those are good. I do like
those.
Yeah,
I think the Architects. I think the barrel proof's underrated. I think that, and then the one that I really liked was the marshmallow toasted one.
That's a good one.
That was, but it's not like it's super hard to find. You can kind of pick that one up anywhere. So that's good for me. And now the rosé cask, because she really loves that. But if Valencia would be easier to find, I would be ecstatic, because that's one that I like a lot. I don't know why I like that, or I prefer
give it a little time. I think with MGP buying them, it
Yeah.
open up the stocks. It's like, now if they own it, it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, they have like 20 different or so offerings. They've got. I don't know if there's anybody else in the whiskey industry that has more selections, like out
variety wise.
Yeah. Can
Penelope.
you think of any? Chicken Cock has about what, 13 or 14 different bottles? Or
They got a decent selection. I would say your Barstown company.
yeah, Barstown Bourbon Company does. Yeah, that's true.
They got
Barrel.
good.
But this is all based off of one mash. Well, not really mash, but because you got rye and you got
Yeah, a couple different
so there's a mix
styles,
in there.
but a lot of different finishes. But
I mean, Four Roses has their barrel series with their OB, whatever OBS, OES, DW.
yeah, the 10 different
the
recipes.
10 different all the recipes. You got Mitcher's. Old Forester obviously has their lineup.
You
What
can't go wrong.
1910, 20.
The 1920,
24, 24. Well, we
19
talked about that.
Yeah,
that
well, that's
24.
what I was,
like a run
the
through
other
it,
day I was here, and I think the last time I was here before that, the 24 wasn't cracked. And I came down, and it was like maybe a quarter of the bottle.
yeah, I was
like,
hitting
did
that
you
thing.
open this? It's like, I like it.
Yeah,
I was like,
Dude,
I get it.
the
I
20
like it.
I like it a lot.
I wonder, is that you think that's going to be one that's going to be easier to get? It's going to continue to be their premium.
I think it's going to be, well, for now, it's going to be an annual release. Because they just came out with batch 2, I think, I don't know, earlier this month.
Do you know the
last
price on
month.
it?
I want to say MSRP is like $125.
That's not bad.
Somewhere around there.
It's not too crazy.
You're going to be
10
down.
year.
You're going to be down there pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we're doing a barrel pick for Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends, I think, third week of March.
Nice.
So, yeah, at Old Forester.
Can you grab me
I'm gonna have to
24?
send you down with some money.
Yeah. Can you,
Give me a list.
Can you grab me just 24s, 1924s, all the way?
available.
Well, they also have a Statesman. They've got the King Ranch.
Well, the King Ranch, I think, is
The discontinue.
that's just a Texas release.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made it outside of Texas or not. But
Well, I mean, not to stores,
Yeah.
but it made it like with people like Craig.
well, yeah,
The Old Forester birthday.
that's an
Yeah,
annual release. That's once a
that's-
year.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good one.
yeah. See, when I go down,
Yeah.
I always hope for either the barrel strength rye or the President's
Okay,
President's
presidential.
choice. Yeah.
I would be more than if you can find two 1924s that are just lost out of the back of a truck.
What does the presidential usually go for?
Three?
See, no, I think it's like two something. One might be just under 200, like 180 something, something like that.
That's not too bad.
It's a single barrel, but the one I got last time was 12-year-old. So
We talk about whiskey that we bought. You know, the Manzanera Chicken Cock Manzanera cast that we were so excited about. We got it. We tried it. And it was kind of like
Originally, I didn't like it, but it's growing on me. The more,
Well, now you can order it off of PA Fine Wine Good Spirits.
yeah, the more and more we
Special
we
order.
try.
Yeah, and the Chantilly's on there too.
Yeah.
Now they jacked the price of
Those
those.
are-
The red state though, hands down, that red state.
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
that I still think that was probably one of the best noses
Period. All year.
finished bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you don't have any more of it, do you?
What
The red stave.
The red stave. You should
Yeah,
probably
you
run
guys
out of
killed
bottle.
that one.
I need to order.
Come on, you got that single money.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We'll see.
I mean, you and Chris, Tina. I know. Well, listen, you haven't been around, so we're gonna fuck with you heavily. So,
Yeah, it's because Craig's not here.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Thank you.
Someone's
Well, you're
gotta
sitting
be
in
a
his
target,
seat
yeah.
too.
You
It's
are,
weird.
yeah.
Every time I look over, I'm like,
That's what it is. It's a psychological thing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna attack
Whoever's
to the right.
yeah.
Craig is at a dinner party. He did a basket for Bullets and Bourbon, and apparently this basket is up to like $1,800 or something like that, or $2,000. And
It's awesome. And
so
for charity, yeah.
yeah. I mean, so he's handing out free blowjobs. That was the word on the street for charity. So instead of being here, oh well, his loss. So we're doing a blind, courtesy of Jim, and we have no idea what this is. Well, you do. I don't. So
I figured since Craig wasn't here, I was going to bring over a
good bottle.
a good bottle. And I didn't want any bias, so I wanted to
You know what-
get
you
your
know
honest
what-
opinions
So-
on it.
Look at how few glasses are right here.
Yeah.
Versus
When Craig's here.
7.
So is this a scotch, a whiskey, bourbon?
we got.
You tell me.
Oh man.
I don't.
I'm gonna be Craig. It smells like there's a little peat there.
I don't think much.
All purposes, I don't smell no peat. I do not smell pee.
I feel like after you take a sip or two, you'll figure out
What it
pretty
is.
quick what it is. Not specifically, but what type of whiskey it is.
Oh, damn.
The nose, I get a lot of cherry on the nose.
Okay.
I get strong cherry on the nose.
It's not a scotch. Or is it? Shit. I got a stuffy nose.
I was sure blame
I,
on it.
I haven't eaten today.
Oh, wow.
It's a great nose. I really like the nose. Man, that's tough.
It's not a rye. I'll tell you right now, it's not a rye.
We're all going to be wrong. Jim's like, you guys suck at this.
No. That's the beauty of blinds, right?
Sweet. Like just like the nose, you can pick out the cherry.
It is.
Like I get like not overpowering cherry, but like a good sweet cherry.
Yeah.
There's another. I don't know if it's like. I could get the cherry easy, but there's a spice in there that.
Baking spice.
Baking
Very
spice.
light baking spice.
Yes.
But there's some. I don't know if it's like a plum or it's a dark fig.
dark
fig.
fruit?
Fig. It's a fig. That's what it is.
Okay.
Oh damn man! I wish I had some fig Newtons. You ever have fig Newtons? Growing up, remember how fucking badass fig
Man,
Newtons
who
were?
hasn't had
We-
fig Newtons?
You could break them and you could put them back together.
I did not eat fig Newtons.
Why
They were-
not?
they were a
Are you
little dry.
serious?
Those were rich people snacks.
Bro, we would get them in lunch. They give you a little fig Newton pack.
No, I'm with this stuff rocks. Come on.
Oh yeah, they didn't even slice a government cheese. They just fucking
Wow,
threw
there you
it.
go.
This is your ration for the
gnaw on
week,
it.
dog.
No on it.
I do like this.
I really like the finish. How those baking spices and the oak. It's like a dense oak flavor that has a little bit of tobacco note to it.
Yeah. There's an old elk that tastes like this.
I
It's
hate
like
this.
a cigar cut.
I hate the
Almost.
psychology on this because
He suggested,
everything
yeah.
he suggests, I'm like, oh yeah, it does got that tobacco. I'm like, this would go good with like a cigar I got sitting upstairs.
Yeah.
The finish is enjoyable. This is a really good whiskey. Well, all right. I have no idea. I just
I'm gonna go with it's a whiskey, not a scotch.
all scotch.
Well,
It's definitely whiskey.
Yeah, this motherfucker sits in that seat.
I'm not. Hey, Craig's rubbing off on me.
You should drop your IQ 25 points.
I know it's the seat. It's like there's like something over here
Come on.
that's sucking the life out
We're
of
Air
me.
Force, bro.
All right,
Come
do,
on.
do you think it's a bourbon, a rye?
It's not a rye. It's not a scotch.
Not a rye, not a scotch. So you're leaning towards
Oh,
bourbon?
bourbon.
Okay.
I'm leaning toward it's an American. It's an American single malt. It's an ASM.
Okay. What makes you think that?
I don't know. It's just the it's either that or my palate's real off, and it's a bourbon. The only other thing I can compare it to bourbon wise that I really like is the cigar cut from Old Elk,
It.
and I don't know why it is
No, I don't have it up there. It almost
why it's so prevalent.
reminds me of a blood oath.
Damn it!
Like smell it and sip it and tell me it doesn't remind you of a blood oath almost. Like the I want to say it was the Pack 8 maybe.
It's not real high proof.
No, I would say
Either that or my palate is wildly off.
I would say this-
starting
I
I'm
would
starting to
say
second
this
guess
is
this.
like 97 to 98 proof.
Okay. What do you think proof wise? I'm not gonna say anything because I know what it is, but
Shit. I would say no more than 105 proof, whatever it is.
okay.
There's
It
not,
doesn't. And if it is more than 105, it doesn't drink.
It's
for me,
not a
yeah.
big or a long hug. It's a good hug.
It's on the finish. There's some proof, but it's not overpowering. Right.
Good hug, good lingering taste. It doesn't dominate though on the finish. It doesn't sit around too long. That's got
Well, you gotta give us a clue so we can kind of
all right.
guess.
All right. It's a bourbon.
All right.
Son
You're
of
right.
a
It's
bitch.
bourbon.
It's a bourbon.
It wasn't released this year or last year. I think it was released
Oh shit.
maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh damn. Okay, 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, hold on. Is it?
It's an annual release.
Oh damn it. It's an annual release.
Is it a blood oath?
No.
Okay.
It's not a blood oath. You know what?
It's probably not going to be easy to guess because I don't know if you've had it before.
It's real. You notice the majority of my whiskey, unless it's Scotch, it's on the rocks. This I could drink neat all day long.
Yeah.
Very, very enjoyable.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I was like, that's why I wanted you to try this neat so that it wasn't chilled or watered down or anything.
I'm going to be really pissed off if I've had this before.
I don't know if you have or not. I can't say.
Whatever I think, whatever it is, it's delicious. It is.
I want to go buy a bottle of this because this is very
shit! Moment of truth. You're not going to buy a bottle.
You're going to have to pay for it.
Son of a bitch! It's Parker's. Ah! Yeah.
Really?
That's a bottle right
That's
there.
a good one.
Parker's 10-year heavy
char.
And
What's
it
the
is
proof?
120 proof.
Get the hell out of here!
It
You
does-
serious?
So before you came
No
over, I
way.
had the Chicken Cock Ethos 6-year, and that's what did we say, 128 proof?
Yeah, doesn't drink like that.
And
not drink it.
It does not drink like 120 proof.
Yeah, this doesn't either.
Wow, that's a.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This doesn't
Yeah.
like it is. Wow, that's a good fucking.
I wonder if I'm comparing the cigar cut attributes of it because it's a heavy char.
The heavy char. Could be.
If that's what
'Cause
I'm picking up.
You get like that
Yeah.
really heavy oak.
Damn.
Leather on the finish.
So what does this
Back
run for the listener?
I'll say like 3 something.
Well,
That's probably 6.
no, I think it was like 650 a couple years ago. I think it's closer to 8 now.
listen. Now I know why he waited until Craig was here. Craig would have been like, "Oh, well, let me look." Well, you got to tell everybody what he did. So the other night, he pours a Octomore, right? Craig's like, "Oh, I like Octomore." Pour, glug 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 glug. He's like, "Oh no, that's about an ounce. This shit was up to here." So we finally measured out what our normal pours are. This is why we're always passing out on the deck and we're sick to our stomachs because we pour what's normal to us is between a 2.75 and 3.55 ounce pour. When the normal human being pours,
1 to 2 ounces.
Like I usually pour about between a half and 3/4 of an ounce.
Hey, Jim, thank you for bringing this up.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Because
yeah.
this is good. This is absolutely.
hey, Danko, you missed out.
Hope you're having fun at your fundraiser.
Yeah, fundraiser. We're having some fun. So I thought it was funny because I didn't really notice how bad we were with our pours until Casey came over the second time. He came over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I unfortunately couldn't make it that day. But
that was when you were out drinking beer with your boss. Which,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I did that today at lunch too. So.
But I noticed that Casey was kind of looking at the size of the pores, and he was like, "Holy God Almighty!" Like,
Flabbergasted, like
that's
like when Craig poured 2.5 ounces of Octomore. And I was like, you realize it's like 120 plus proof.
Pour.
Yeah,
120 proof.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That too.
That too. But yeah. If you're drinking 3 or 4 of those, you're probably not driving home.
No,
I'm not driving home tonight.
no. Chris is coming over.
What is his
Dango,
name? I mean, what's her name?
Yeah,
This is why I found different friends. This is why the podcast has slowed down.
different friends. His budget was stretched.
What are their pronouns?
Yeah. That's good stuff, man. Listen, I really appreciate that. So Parker's Heritage Collection. Now, their newer stuff, I've had some of their newer stuff. As a matter of fact, I think you've brought over a couple.
I brought over
right?
the 10-year rye. I think that was last year. Or no, the year before. Last year's was 14-year-old malt whiskey finished in cognac cask. So every year it's it's an annual release from Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
And every year it's a different expression. A couple different experimental things they do and whatnot. But
This is a good one.
yeah, this is one of my favorites.
It's so weird going from this to this now. This tastes, it still tastes good,
But it's like
but
water.
not as good.
Sure.
But I mean, look how dark and good this. I mean, thank Thank you.
You do like
Thank
it
Jim.
dark.
You're welcome.
I do like it dark.
What's the saying? The darker the juice.
The sweeter the berry, the darker the juice. Is that
Sweeter to be married.
the sweeter the meat, the darker the juice? What's wrong with you?
Thanks, guys.
So I wanted to ask you if you had heard about this, because Craig was talking about this the other night. They're going down to Old Scout to do an Old Scout pick.
Okay.
With a different group, I think. But he was saying something that is not Old Scout anymore. That that the principal owners got divorced, and so do you know anything about? Have you heard anything about this split with Old Scout? I mean, is this just? I mean, maybe it's misinterpreted or something like that.
You're talking about Smooth Ambler?
That's who. Yeah, Smooth Ambler and Old Scout were synonymous. Yeah,
well, Smooth Ambler
was
that's one of their whiskeys. Is Old Scout.
So I don't know if they're. Well, I could Google it, but that would require me doing something.
I have not heard anything about that.
But I did notice when I went to go, to do some perusing, to kind of do the refresh bourbon, whiskey shopping, and I bought things that we were low on, like the Thomas S. Moore's, the casks that we, some of the things we tend to drink a lot. Just it's easy pours. I don't care if they go away. I was telling him I picked up a Garrison Brothers Honeydew. I found, and a lot of these were on sale. It was like $60 or $50. Which is
that's
a
good
great
for
deal.
Brothers, yeah.
A Peerless rum cask finished.
Ooh, okay.
That was a little bit more. That was over the $100 mark.
Yeah, Peerless. I think their standard is probably around $90.
But I'm like, I mean, I can't. Number one, I can't pass up a Peerless if it's within reason.
It's a good pour.
And number two, it's fucking delicious.
Speaking of, so they're releasing a toasted rye. I think a week before I'm going there.
Shit, really.
So I don't know if it'll still be available, but let me know if you want one.
Yes, 2 please.
I almost thought that wasn't Jennifer for a second on your home screen, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. No, I'm not dumb. I'm dumb, but I'm not dumb. So I think that the most irritating thing I did was I was up here and I was like, man, I'm getting low on this Bardstown Bourbon Company. The Origin Series, which is a base, they have it available.
Yes, and that's a solid pour for like
bottle and bond,
$45 or
so.
Yeah,
I bought another bottle. I think it was like 50. It was on sale from 60 down to 50.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, cool, okay, click, put it in a basket. And then I walked around. I forgot about the other side of the shelves behind the bar, and there's fucking 2 of these sitting back there. And I could have saved that and gotten something different. And so I was like. I told Jennifer, I was like, well, I shouldn't count toward my limit. And she said, look, you're a retard. You're not getting any more. You spent enough. Blanton's Gold. Managed to grab a Blanton's Gold for $105 from our certain overseas website.
Oh, yeah. I saw that was back in stock.
Yeah.
Did you see that they had the Double Eagle Very Rare?
Yeah. No,
What else?
I'll pass
they have?
on
Like
that.
the OFC 2005.
Yeah,
like
they had some
$4,000.
They had some high dollars. Now they did have the Dalmore Quintet was $110.
That's a good price.
You can't pass that up.
Yeah.
Not for the
Not for
Dalmore
the
Quintet. But what's funny is that if you look over the bar, you see the maroon bottle on the end. Mm-hmm. That was the one I got when I was down in Aruba, and it's a liter, and it's so much bigger. I'm like, man, why can't we get the liter bottle? Like
it's almost gone because Craig was going crazy.
Yeah, it's like
shocker.
Craig was like 6 ounce pour, 6 ounce pour.
Yeah, is this all you got? So there's still out of that, but all in all, some really good deals. Green River, it's nice to see that Green River whiskey has not ballooned in price yet.
I don't think it will. I think a
not.
lot of people were when word got out about that, were like, buy this while you can. It's going to dry up and it's going to go up in price. And I don't think it will, just because of the amount of production they're doing. I don't.
So they're interesting to me. They're a distillery I haven't been down to yet. I have had contact with them. When we do, and eventually when we get down to Louisville, like we talked about, after we made a bunch of money, we could just go full retard down there. I'm curious about that because it seems to me like that when they decided to put Green River out into the stores, and that was that trip that I went down to do the Wilderness Trail pick.
Yeah,
that was when they first really hit the shelves. I think big time. And no, I take that back. That's not correct.
that was before.
That was when the single barrel dropped. the foolproof of their green river foolproof, and then their single barrel dropped, and that was why we were so excited, because we're like, we're going to be down there when that releases. It had to be one of the Louisville trips or the Bardstown trips I did before that I saw it and grabbed it and was like, man, this is really good. And I brought it back, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. And it was like, oh yeah, it was the Texas, coming back up from Texas. And I stopped in Bowling Green.
Dude, your story's
I'm
starting to
sorry.
get like fucking crazy.
I'm
just saying.
I'm trying to remember
Craig's not
this.
here, your story's getting fucking long.
And this dude recommended to me, he's like, dude, that's the best bang for the buck right now, but get it while you can, 'cause it's going to go up in price. And I brought it back, and I fell in love with it. But they must have like a huge rick house farm. It's got to be enormous.
I'm not too familiar with them, but I want to say that they were doing some contract distilling for some people and sourcing stuff. So I think they do have a pretty big operation.
Jay, take off your hat. How long is your
You want to
hair?
see it? You guys want to see it?
I want to see it. Because I'm looking at the back. I'm like, dude, are you going to shave it and do a mullet?
No, man. Listen.
You can't cut any of it, right?
No.
So the deal is I cannot cut any of it. I'm allowed to trim around the ears a little bit.
Ears, got it.
And she does a little bit of trimming to make sure it doesn't,
neckline.
like the moss doesn't grow.
Yeah.
And I'm allowed to trim my beard. And then at some point, I don't know what this point is, she's going to take me and she's going to have it thinned, or maybe.
No, that's a
Whoa,
cut.
what?
That's a haircut.
You can't
No, you
thin
can't
it.
thin it. That's a
Okay.
haircut.
Listen, you take it up with her. The bet's with her.
That's a trim.
That's
Okay. Listen.
Trim's a
Listen.
haircut.
I don't give a shit as long as I make it to April 1st, so that Craig has to pony that bottle up, and the bet's still good with her. But it doesn't matter to me. I'll take the freaking hat off. All right, this shit's out of control. Okay.
Holy
Yeah, it is.
fuck, bro.
It is phenomenal. Listen, I'm like a majestic. Look into my eyes.
You look like a creepy college professor.
Just wait till July.
Tell me he doesn't look like that creepy college
Listen.
professor hitting on those young killers.
You know that.
You fucking creep.
You know
You
that.
want some extra credit?
That meme of James
Come on,
Brown when he
please.
comes up out of the picture and he's all sweating, the hair comes out.
Yeah.
That's what Mama likes to see.
3 more months, you're going to be sweating without doing anything.
Oh yeah.
Hey, put the hat back on.
You want-
it looks good with the hat. I'm gonna tell you, it looks good with the hat.
You want to run your fingers through it?
No, get the fuck.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. Listen. I have one. I've never owned a brush. I own a brush now. I've never owned a comb. I have 2 combs. I broke one. It got stuck.
You have hair photo.
I do. So I had to go. I had
Wait. Is Avery gonna come back and be like, I like your hair?
So I don't even think my daughter's seen it yet. She knows about it. I don't know who's seen
You
it.
haven't posted any pictures or
No,
taken
well,
pictures?
no, except for on here. This is kind of like the first. This is November, December, January, February.
This is coming out party.
This is 4 months.
4 months?
So 4 months. Never had my hair this long in my life. The back, I'm growing this thing out. I'm gonna have a mullet. Listen, the goal is cornrows. I am cornrowing this shit.
Next year, you could do a decent mullet next year.
I immediately thought of Eastbound and Down. When you said
Yeah.
cornrows.
Straight cornrows, dude. Hey, you're bullshit. Listen, I at first I was gonna do a perm, and I was gonna get like a tight, like a fro perm, like really tight curls, and I thought you could just wash it out. And Jennifer's like, "Yeah, go get a perm,
Yeah.
go get a perm,
And just wash it.
and then watch as the world melts down." Because my boss several times has looked at me like, "I can't with you today." All I do is take off my hat. He's like, "I can't do it with you today." He just walks off. He's like, "Any chance you're going to shave that before we do our next executive level meeting?" So I'm like, "Absolutely not, absolutely not." If I can get cornrows laid down before that meeting, bet that I will walk in there to Snoop theme song. I'll play that shit on my phone and Crip walk in. Now the goal is November 15th, and I got Christmas cards that I'm doing for my close friends. Jennifer she's designed a Bullets and Bourbon Speedo thong.
Oh, jeez.
It's not that bad. Listen, I look
Oh,
good.
it's not that bad.
Just to let you know, he's not manscaping at all.
Well,
It's going to be bullets and burn.
well, no. What she wants is the hair flowing in the back, the wind blowing in my hair, me looking gracefully over my shoulder like, hello. Like Fat Fabio. And then in my back, I'm going to shave in Bullets and Bourbon. That's the goal. Because I don't care. Listen, if I can make money or get whiskey off
At
of a
this time,
bear,
we're going to take a break. I'm still not sponsored by Chicken Talk. It is a great product.
be better if it was sponsored and had a picture of me with my flowing hair on it.
Really good. We're going with the Field Ethos 6-year
Dude, you're going to
test.
kill that bottle off. What are you doing?
Don't worry, I have another.
Where?
Don't worry about it. Not here.
That's the problem.
128.8 proof. Very enjoyable.
It's not here. That's the problem.
Well, that bottle's here.
Okay. Fuck around and find out.
So, switch gears. Let's get on some. You're still nursing your drink.
No, pour me some. I got to, hold on, I got to rinse.
Okay, rinse.
See, I've watched Jim do this.
So we kind of had a conversation a little bit earlier tonight.
About Chris? Oh, my bad. No.
Swear to God.
Anyways, we had a conversation. Yes, we did. Mm-hmm.
So, Apple TV came out with their new top 10 TV shows to watch. And what was the show that we started to talk about upstairs a little bit? Because I'm going to mispronounce it. You know I can't fucking pronounce
Severance.
it. Severance.
On Apple TV. Severance.
So
What part? How do you fuck that up, dude? Like,
because you took too long to drink water.
that's my fault.
That is your. I'm going to give you a crate pour.
Jesus, go, God! This is the kind of nonsense that. Ooh, I like that though.
So Apple TV.
Go. That was a little hit wrong.
Apple TV.
Apple TV. Yes. Severance.
Is I think it's now number 1 or number 2. I've watched
Of all the shows that are out right now.
on Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Oh, on Apple TV. Okay.
On Apple TV.
Over Slow Horses?
I don't even know what Slow Horses is.
About the British MI6. You guys haven't watched that fucking thing?
No.
It's good.
I'm going to have to cue it up.
Yeah, cue it up.
But I think it leads to a good conversation. So Severance, if you haven't watched it or heard anything about it, it's about they do a surgical implant where none of your memories at work transfers to when you're not at work and vice versa.
So you're at home. Home and work are completely separate reality. They're completely different realities.
So it
like-
splits your brain in
Yeah.
two.
Split your
Okay.
brain too. So when you're at home, you have no recollection of anything that occurs at work, any of the
vice versa.
relationships,
Yeah.
anything
Okay.
that happens at work. You don't even know what the
So what if you're banging your secretary?
You wouldn't even know.
So technically,
Well, at home you
are
wouldn't
you
know it.
doing it?
Well, if you do it at work.
Well, if you do it at work.
This is an ethical question. Are you really?
But that's the thing. It brings up a lot of good ethical questions. Like if you could separate, because it
That's
talks
where
about
your mind went.
the whole like work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you know sometimes you bring your fucking bullshit from like your home life to
Yeah,
work.
sure. Well, we always do.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I bring fucking work home all the time. Like fuck these motherfucking
Yeah.
cocksucking.
Yeah, you're mad, dude. You're mad. You're a mad government employee.
Mad government employee.
Listen, I'm a happy government
And
employee.
that's why I drink so much because of, like, I wonder if I had no recollection of work, would I drink as much?
Yes, you would. You would.
I'm a
Yeah,
veteran. I'm a
that's
veteran.
a
So,
stupid.
yeah.
It's a stupid question. What I drink is you drink more.
I drink more because
You would
of work
drink
or
more.
less?
You would drink more. If there were no stress, we would drink more because we would be unstressed.
No, I drink more because I'm stressed.
I don't
drink
believe in
a
that.
lot more because I'm stressed.
So you think you would drink less if you were on a beach in Aruba with no stress?
No,
in
it's
the
the fucking.
That's
beach.
a little different. It's a different atmosphere.
I'm just saying.
But it brings up a good concept. If you could get the surgery to separate work, and your life, would you do it?
See, maybe a couple past jobs I would, but like my job right now isn't that stressful.
I wouldn't do it.
And I don't know. I could see where a lot of people would though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and in past jobs where I worked with people who have shit going on at home, their personal lives, and they bring it to work.
Bleeds into
they're
your
just
life.
not, you got to go to work and deal with their bullshit. You know, nobody wants to deal with that.
Or you could just hit him in the face with a canoe paddle. There's a
I think the
revolutionary
concept,
idea.
though, like,
Yeah.
I think it would lead to more efficient
active work.
Yeah, at work, people would be more efficient, and then they'd enjoy their lives more if they do have stressful jobs.
Yeah.
But here's the
And not
thing.
having to worry about shit when you're not at work.
Here's the thing now, like if you're at work now, you can't wait to get off work because you have something to look forward to.
Correct.
But if you splice your memory,
You don't know that.
You don't know what you're doing after work.
That sucks.
All you know is work and the people you work with. You don't know what you have to look forward, like how shitty your life is, or how.
Yeah, I mean, what if you get off of work, you go, and all of a sudden you're like
shit, my life fucking sucks.
Yeah,
But
you step in front of a train, and then.
But I think the ethical part comes in where your employer could take advantage of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Think about that. Like if they're like, well, our employees don't know about their lives outside of here. Maybe they think this is all they do.
Yeah. Listen,
And they
if
don't have another life.
If I'm the
So you
employer,
can
I'm
have,
100% going to take advantage of you. Make that. I'm not going to mince words. If this ever becomes a reality, I am going to take advantage of you. 100%. Why not?
But
Because you got 100%
You're not going to know.
employee. Like
Yeah.
they're working 100% of the time
Yeah.
because they don't.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Never turn them off.
Never turn them
Never turn
off.
them off.
I mean, it brings up a lot of good questions. If you could split it, because like some people are like, yeah, but if your work personality all it knows is work, are you a slave?
Yeah.
Because you don't know any joy, you don't know anything outside of work. You don't know any pleasure, any happiness. All you know is work.
Your just mindset is
Just
100% work.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's like you would have more efficient workforce, right? And then
bunch of drones.
And then you'd have a happier life outside of it if you did have a shitty job, or stressful job, whatever that you took home with you.
But at the same time,
I mean,
like, what would you talk about like outside of work? Like
Not work.
Because how many?
not work.
Whiskey.
I don't come here and talk about work.
But how often do we fucking we sit on the fucking deck having fucking?
Because you're a loser.
You bitch about work. We both bitch about
You
work.
both do.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the work delivers appreciation for not being at work. And listen, there are times where we've had so much time off where you're like, man, I can't wait to go back to work just to get back into a routine. No,
I've never fucking said that my entire fucking life.
I was trying. No, that's bullshit. Don't listen.
When did I say that?
How many times have we been earlier in our lives where we're like, man, I can't fucking wait to go deploy and get some trigger time. That's work.
That's not a 9 to 5 though.
You
That's
know,
not a 9 to 5 job.
Listen, we were out before 9 and we came back after 5. That's it covers those hours.
Well, the thing is, the woman I was with last night is so bad. Like I was reminiscing about the military.
Woman.
Fucking I hate you.
Chris, Tina. Go ahead. Anyways, I'm sorry.
But I was reminiscing about the military and like
what do you think about it?
The bonds and the stupid shit you used to do in the military and about fucking deployments and like, hey, all you did, like if you weren't on mission, you fucking worked out twice a day.
Yeah.
You ate right. You were in the best shape of your life. And then she was asking me, she was like, weren't you ever scared or this or that? I was like, no, it's a fucking adrenaline rush the whole time.
Your body's artificially pumped with so much chemicals, you don't give a shit.
Like that's why guys come back and they're like,
all fucked
let
up.
me do a little blow.
Yeah. Were you scared? Well, I mean, I don't know.
The first time.
Maybe.
The first, like...
Yeah. But then I stepped out and fell in a fucking shit ditch, and all that went fucking sideways. I didn't care anymore, right?
Then you do dumb shit. You do absolutely fucking asinine shit.
I'm just saying that there are times. Listen, for what I do for work, there are times that I really do look forward to work because I love that aspect of
what, getting popped in the ass. I don't know.
I was gonna say I love explosions. That's a different level, though.
Well,
I like, but my job is very weird in that it's all crisis and it's all it's bad. It's all bad, but it's that's what I react to.
Well, that's like so the woman I've been kind of seeing. Oh Jesus, fuck you guys. So I've been showing her videos from like Iraq, Afghanistan, Horn of Africa, Central America, and she's like, "What the?" Like her mind's completely blown.
Can't comprehend it.
And I'm just like, it was a great fucking time.
Yeah, what a fucking ride.
And she's like, what is wrong? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why I can't maintain a relationship because I enjoyed that shit.
You think that's what it is?
Fuck you guys.
No, I think that takes a certain type of personality and type of person to be able to step into that and handle those situations the way you guys did.
Yeah.
You know, it's like not every person would react.
I know it's not the normal job.
But
It's not a normal job.
But to that statement, like those memories of being in the military, I wouldn't want those severed. Not to have those memories now because I enjoyed the people I worked with when I was in the military. But my job now, fucking, I go into work every day to scrunch.
That's because we listen.
I'm like, go ahead.
That's because we work with nothing but retards. So we talk about AI and how this could happen, right? I mean, we could see this. We're already seeing it with the Neuralink, Elon Musk, right?
Well, the Neuralink.
Sorry,
the Neuralink with Elon Musk. So they've had 3 patients. They had one in January of 24, August of 24, and they just did one recently in February. And now it's people who got neurological problems, maybe completely like paralyzed. But they're putting these computer chips in their brains where they're able to like control
things around them.
A computer mouse cursor. They can play video games. They can do
so they can control. They can play like Call of Duty with just their mind.
They can play Call of Duty with just
dude.
their mind.
These are the motherfuckers that fucking. They are fucking us up. That's why we're losing. That's why we're losing every fucking game of Resurgence because there's some dude with Neuralink. This dude's sitting here like this, and he's just like. He's blinking, he's blinking, and we're dying, and then he's over us teabagging us, and we're getting mad because his paraplegic is over there just winking and fucking laughing at us.
Nah, it's because you suck.
Here's the crazy thing with the Neuralink. Just, I mean, the applications for it. Can you imagine putting the Neuralink in soldiers with fucking drones and everything else?
Oh, listen, we were at a point where this was 2010. Where we had gear on our wrists where we could control a drone. Mm-hmm. We could not necessarily control it, but we could get
the small drones.
But the larger ones we can link up to. We could look at it. We could task plan from our arm. We could say, listen, this is what we mark a target, and it would mark. That was, goddamn, 15 years ago. 15 years ago. So now we're entering into guys at Walter Reed. I remember, being up at the Wounded Warrior Clinic and seeing them have the neuro. I don't want to call it Neuralink because it's not what it was, but the feed to their. It went into their brain and went to their leg, and they were working on bionic legs. Like dudes that once the leg is gone and they put this leg on you, it interacts with the muscular and the nerves and all the way to however they're doing it. But once it works right, if they want to kick a fucking soccer ball, it's getting kicked to the fucking moon. Like we're seeing an evolution of this technology with AI. It's only going to get better, right? Well,
I use ChatGPT for everything now.
Yeah.
Like if I'm formulating an email, like I'll write my email and it's all like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, make this PC. And I'm like, man, I sound smart as fuck.
Does ChatGPT like return right away and like, fuck you, Dad. You're an asshole.
My boss asked me to review an email today. And I was like, let me put this in ChatGPT. Yeah. And I showed her how ChatGPT worked. And she's like, oh my, that sounds like we're so smart and we know what the fuck we're doing. And I was like, fucking right, it does. So I use ChatGPT for everything.
So what's crazy about this is that, Elon Musk is at the forefront, along with the dude that he's in a feud with over at OpenAI.
OpenAI?
I don't know.
The one that they...
I've heard of it.
Whoever, so it's interesting because Trump's walking a fine line, like appeasing this guy at OpenAI, who they brought all this tech center for AI development, but at the same time, Musk wants to throat punch him because originally the story back.
Well, there's a handful of AI companies.
Well, Musk and this dude basically the way it worked out was when they developed this OpenAI, whatever it is, ChatGPT or whatever it was supposed to be free for AI development. That was Musk's vision. So what's interesting, I didn't know this with Tesla. You know that he owns no patents on Tesla? The whole purpose for him not doing that is because he wants somebody to be creative enough to build something better
using that as a base.
As a base. So you got a guy who's so rich that he even addressed it. He can't slow down wealth management. He cannot slow down his growth. It is a self-sustaining, generating beast. He's going to surpass the GDP of like 60 some odd nations here pretty soon. Okay.
Well, it's crazy because
like unthinkable.
Like the one big thing they talk about, and I've read articles about like when he purchased Twitter, because he's working with AI, everything from Twitter, he's just feeding to the fucking AI to fucking
clean it up,
grow,
fix
expand,
it, make it better,
and learn.
optimize.
Have you noticed? It must have been a recent update. Like on I have an iPhone, right? So when I get a text message. What, you guys don't
shut up! What are you talking about? I have an iPhone. This guy's he's a Samsung fan. Kim Jong Il.
Anyways, when you get a text message now, I get like a summarized version of what's in it.
Yeah,
I didn't select any like new.
Yeah,
thing,
so every time he texts me, he's like it summarizes it. It says, "This is a faggot that wants something from you."
Well, I love that. It's always you know what I mean?
This queer Samsung user wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh, it's Dan. No, I think it's pretty interesting. So, I mean, besides what's happening with Elon at the government level, which is, and I'm gonna this may lean a little political. If it offends you, go eat a bag of dicks. I don't care. I'm gonna step out right.
It's so funny. I was in a fucking professional meeting.
Wait! You said eat a bag of dicks. He's like, wait!
Oh, wait!
Last weekend,
I was in a meeting this week at work, and I got an email from somebody I didn't care for. We had a meeting about this email. I was like, can we just respond, eat a bag of dicks?
Yes. So what I love about Elon Musk, it's so interesting to me the politics involved with this, right? So he was always viewed as a Democrat, but he was never a Democrat or a Republican. He hates politics. He hates politics. He hates politicians. He hates the political theater. He hates all of it. It's evident, right? He is basically. You have the world's most brilliant human being looking at how to make your shit better, and you think that there's a problem with that. Oh, they're going to get our financial information. Look, fucking PayPal. Yeah, if you've ever bought shit from PayPal or Apple or anything, your information's gone. If you have TikTok on your phone, Chinese guy. So the Democrats, these people. I'm gonna call like it is, because the Democratic Party a long time ago, they tried to do this. They wanted to do this. They wanted a government efficiency to come in and fix it. Clinton tried it. Obama tried it. It was too complex because they didn't have somebody or a team of people like Elon and his nerd squad, right?
Well, here's the thing with his nerd squad, because everybody's all upset. They're like 19, 20-year-old kids. Yeah. They don't know shit.
They're 10 times smarter than you.
They're 1,000 times smarter than the average person. Like
especially the politicians.
Well, one kid, there's a profile on him, and a lot of people don't know this, and I watched a video about him. There was an ancient like Sanskrit, from like 1000 BC. And like
they couldn't figure it out.
They couldn't figure it out, and they couldn't read it. He developed a program to fucking basically reconstruct
decode
it.
Speaking of things that are listening to us, as it automatically starts.
Wife?
No, it's automatically listening to you. This is creepy.
But these aren't the people that are upset. These aren't your typical 19, 20-year-olds.
No.
These are very intelligent people. They're very intelligent in the tech world, IT, analytics. Let them do their things. And why are you upset with people being like, yeah, you spent $500 million in Uganda for condoms, or
for trans crayons. So we're going to develop crayons for trans. Like, are we really spending money on that? No, listen. So here's the problem.
I try to take a hands-off approach to politics anymore.
Here's what they're finding. Number one, government bureaucrats, which you and we're guilty of this. We're government bureaucrats. I love how the labor unions are lining up like, oh, fight for the government worker. Fuck the government worker. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm a government worker. Fuck the government worker. At the end of the day, we have seen so many or people in government abuse taxpayers' dollars.
Oh, that's without a doubt.
It's filthy. It's filthy.
Yeah.
These congressmen, a lot of them are scared because at the end of the day, we're going to fight. Listen, how do you go to Congress and you're not a millionaire and you leave a millionaire 10 times over?
Oh, yeah.
There's literally programs being built. Well, the apps of these guys that are following their trades.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's be real. So
it's kind of obvious. You pass laws and you approve contracts.
You're getting kickbacks.
And you're sitting on boards of companies.
How many times we made jokes about, well, I never could imagine that a toilet costs $25,000 in the military.
Well,
I mean, it's real.
Even though I'm not sponsored by Chicken Cock, as much as we mentioned Blood Oath today,
and cock.
you could sponsor us.
Just not blood.
Blood Oath. Good
Yeah, bloody cock. Yeah, so I think it's interesting with Elon because what he's doing is he's coming in and he's leveraging these extraordinarily intelligent people and him. You think he's making any money off this gig?
I mean, he gets subsidies. That's the thing people are arguing. Like Tesla gets government subsidies and SpaceX and everything.
I just saw an article the other day. It said something about like Tesla's going to get a $400 million contract from the U.S. government for something. But I'm like, okay, even if they do, $400 million is
nothing
a drop in the bucket compared to his wealth. It's not like he's... Yeah.
And the thing is, if you go back, that was all Biden's administration that we're going to go fucking electric vehicles by X, Y,
the whole point of Musk's idea was he challenged the world to come up with more efficient ways for alternative energy. And they didn't do anything. For 4 years, they sat on it. Number one, you can't do efficient alternative energy if you don't own the products to make this, i.e. the special rare earth minerals, and everything else. So, what we're seeing right now is one of the world's most brilliant people coming in and going, we're going to fix this because if we look at this as a government, as a human being, right? And if we go into debt and we can't control our debt, what happens? We go bankrupt.
The case since
1980.
We've been in debt since
70.
It was Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was the last president where we were not in
It's actually
debt.
false.
It is?
That's a false narrative.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember
because that's what I thought for years.
Yeah,
so I actually researched it, and it's false.
Was it? Is it? It's got to be pre-Carter.
Well, okay, it wasn't
right?
trillions of dollars though, right? I mean, we're like $13 trillion debt right now.
We're really good at fucking wasting money.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, we're ass class.
I'm all for.
But as a single man, I'm really good at wasting money too.
Well,
you don't want to put me in charge of shit because I'll be like, oh fuck,
no,
we hookers, fuck yeah, we need.
No, I think most
he
people.
Moved he moved USAID $500 million for USAID reading and writing, which should be legit, like helping Ugandans learn to eat and farm. Moves it over to Colombian hooker expose shows, and he's like, legit.
It's all about morale. But the thing is, the fact it wasn't Uganda.
Why Colombian hookers?
Because have you seen Colombian women?
Yeah, but why?
They're fucking gorgeous.
See, this is...
I'm not Craig. Craig turned down. I'm just saying.
I'm bro magnificent.
I'd take a lady boy over you any day of the week.
What would Chris think of that?
Maybe Chris is a ladyboy.
Chris. I think it's cool though because we're entering into a period where AI at some point inevitably is going to merge over. It's going to merge over. Have you seen the movie The Creator?
No.
I have not either.
You got so I'm gonna give you it's a
don't
really
even pull it up. Just talk about what we talked about upstairs.
I don't want to mess it up. I want to know who the star of it is. Just give me
Gotta get the details.
Gotta get the deets.
Because I can never remember his name.
His name.
The cast. John David Washington from Tenet. So
he's a good actor.
Yeah. Denzel Washington's son. That's why he always sticks out.
Oh, okay.
So the premise of the movie is that AI has become self-aware. So they have simulants who are like humans. They look like humans, except they got a little computer thing in the back of their head. But you really can't tell the difference. They have emotions, they have feelings, they believe certain religions and faiths and whatever.
So they assimilate into
America, and then there are robots that are just programmable, kind of like dumb robots.
Okay.
Then a nuclear strike hits LA, and the Americans blame it on the AI, on the simulants, and they go on a war to kill them, to eradicate them, because they hold them accountable. And essentially, he is a protagonist and an antagonist at the same time, because he is his wife. He goes undercover to befriend a terrorist leader on their side, who is the developer of these simulants, these AI creatures. And it's a war. It's back and forth, right? And he discovers that the beauty of the AI or the simulants is they're more human than humans. And there's some really cool ethical questions in there. What happens when we reach this point where AI is more human than we are?
But
because I think it's going to happen in our lifetime.
I'll agree with that, because everybody walks through life with the lenses they see.
Correct.
Like if you don't leave your local neighborhood, you don't know anything else except your local neighborhood.
Right. But if you're AI and you have the potential from the get-go to understand empathy from world's history,
everything. Yeah.
So you're empathetic from the age of concept to the Holocaust, to pain, to suffering, to joy, to happiness. I mean, I would almost argue we're right. Would you? Yes.
Ethnic cleaning and everything like that. Yeah.
Would you not be better? Would I not? Would most human beings not be better off if they were exposed to these things throughout their life or their early life as they're developing?
I think the more experiences you have in life in general, the more open and more realistic you are, and more empathetic you are to different situations.
So,
but it makes you a more well-rounded person.
At what point do we then cross between becoming, the AI moving in between, taking over for our empathy, taking over for the human qualities that we think are unique to science. Now, remember, all we are outside of flesh and blood is electrical signals and data. Truly, that's all we are, right?
What separates us,
and the soul.
What separates us is that we're self-aware.
Correct.
Right.
Are we really? Have you ever seen the movie Free Guy?
No.
You watch Free Guy for a completely different reason. He's like, ooh, Free Guy. Yes,
Free
sir.
Guy?
These gay jokes gotta stop.
Oh, wait a minute. This movie isn't what I expected, but it is deep.
I swear to God. I swear.
Go ahead, say it. I need new friends.
I'm gonna go marry a fucking Colombian hooker.
What's his name gonna be? Eduardo. Listen, nothing will take the cake over Craig choosing. I still can't with that. Like I'm still concerned.
Well, like AI is getting crazy. Like. So I had a friend send me some things because they're really some things because they're like, you need to invest in like different AI companies right now, and it's one of the guys I knew, and I'm not going to use any names, but somebody we knew in Germany that made a shit ton on Bitcoin, and we didn't listen to their advice on Bitcoin.
Yeah, we screwed.
And he's like, you need to invest in AI companies right now because that's where the money's going to be.
Yeah.
He sent me videos and pictures and everything else, and he was telling me if you look on Instagram and now OnlyFans, here's the thing: if you're a male and you're fucking computer savvy, you can create AI characters that look fucking real as shit.
Hold up! Oh yes, sir.
millions.
Well, I'm making good money off my toe picks.
Make
You didn't know that, dude? There are
feet picks. It's feet picks.
No, I do. There are feet picks. I've reduced the genre down to toe picks. You'll be surprised how many people really like to see a nice beefy toe with a little bit of hair. And I got a deal.
I see it. Fucking.
Listen. I don't paint them. I just I promise you, I have made good cash. You would be surprised the fetishes that are out there.
Craig.
Wait. So get back there. You can make a fake.
You can make a fake
model essentially.
I'm doing it
like that
with all the details.
With all the details,
yeah. You could have one with 3 tits. I'm trying to do that.
The more, the merrier.
Yeah. Try, bro.
So there's actually he sent me link after link after link, and he's like, you need to invest in this company, this company, this company. And he's like, there's individuals that are out there on Instagram and Facebook that are making these AI, like female characters with, everything else, and they're dancing, doing sexual acts. They're not real people, and people are making millions off of it.
What are we doing?
What
are we doing?
Do we have access to? Is this
Yes.
Can we do this? Access to this technology?
So let me tell you
to
this.
Make our own
Let me tell you, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to say, Jennifer, I need an OnlyFans account. And that conversation is not going to go the way I want it to go.
You're not going to tell her. You're going to just create it.
I have one for my toe picks, but that's different.
The thing is, he sent me information on certain companies.
Okay.
And he was like, look at their IG following. And it statistically says in their IG that this is an AI, for collaborations, whatever, with this AI.
I'm not putting AI in there. I'm going to keep this real.
There's I don't want to say millions, but there's thousands of them right now, and they're making millions off of these fake people that are just.
So what you're saying is we're doing everything wrong.
Yeah, we're doing everything wrong, and he was.
I know I've been doing everything wrong ever since there was like a 7-year-old.
What?
Reviewing.
No.
No. You didn't let me finish the fucking sentence.
Jeffrey
You've been waiting for this. Yes.
Fucking P. Diddy.
Kids
a 7-year-old reviewing toys on YouTube.
and making millions of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's. He was telling me, he's like, you need to fucking invest in this company, that company, because they're making fucking millions.
So it's not individuals doing this. It's a company that has
there's certain companies,
like a certain proprietary technology that's making fake profiles and getting people to actually subscribe to them.
There's companies
because they look so real.
They look so real, and he sent me these profiles and everything else. I was like, you gotta.
Oh my God, this is real! Oh my God, this is real!
This girl I've been talking to is a fucking AI chatbot.
but no,
bring her over, Dad. Well, she can't right now. She's at work.
What? Think about it. If you're a dude and you can computer code and you can do AI, and you can make fucking hundreds of fucking thousands, if not millions of dollars, fucking computer chat, fucking video.
Well, then you can probably set up a thing to respond to people.
Oh yeah,
if they send messages and shit, you don't even have to do it. It's probably
this
is getting crazy because he sent me this up.
Scary shit, what it is.
He sent me this up. There's multiple, and I'm not talking about 1, 2, or a dozen. There's hundreds of apps out now. If you're a male or female and you got pictures of somebody else. Or undress them.
Oh, that's been around.
Oh my God! Don't tell me that because there's some people that I would do that to in a heartbeat.
Dude, that's been around for a little while.
Yeah,
but now,
can I take a selfie? Because I bet I look freaking thick.
But now they cleaned it up to where it's not like somebody with 12 fingers and 8 toes.
It looks more realistic.
It looks like straight legit, which is scary.
Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, I think there was a celebrity that was trying to sue someone because they put that through there, and then put it out on the internet, and we're setting shit all over the place, and they're like, "That's not me." But
even AI can't take 14 inches.
14 inches. You fucking win. But it's creepy what they can do with AI right now.
Yeah, it's
because now
it's only going to get cleaner and it's better.
But I think about Judge Dredd.
I was just thinking that where they're doing the AI thing.
Not only the AI, but remember the photo and it was a clean photo, and the photo of Sylvester Stallone when he was the original Judge Dredd, because they did.
I am the law. I am the law.
I am the law.
I am the law.
Three theses.
You know, it's funny. You were saying that. I was automatically thinking, jumping ahead toward where. You remember that scene where him and Sandra Bullock go to have sex, and he's all like, he's pulling his clothes off, and she's like, oh my God, what are you doing? And they put headsets on, and he takes those headsets off after. He's like, holy shit! It's like, you know,
well, it's like the Apple Vision. Like
no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm old school.
Like the VR?
Yeah.
Well, the Apple Vision.
Because it would crash for me, and it would be like midgets dancing around the background, like, oh, sweet God, no! Sorry, if you're a midget,
So
my
the
bad.
Apple Vision is big bulky glasses, and like right now you got Ray-Ban that got the Meta glasses.
Yeah.
I heard about those.
I actually tried to pair it on.
Yeah.
They're a little on the heavy side, though.
So you got Meta with or Ray-Ban with the Meta glasses, but like Android's coming out with something like the Meta glasses /
OnlyFans.
No,
OnlyFans glasses.
Like the Apple Vision, where you can go ahead and put like all the
like screens out in front of you, kind of thing.
I mean, we're headed for like the Jetsons reality.
So the Ray-Ban ones were cool because they had a built-in camera, and you could see the camera what it was viewing, and you could record. It was almost though. My thing is that I don't know if our generation, our age group, if we're going to be able to cognitively process this information the way that that
Your
Oliver, Milo, can do it, because we've seen a lot. We've gone from the 8-track to the digital world. There is a certain level of being able to cognitively, process this information.
Well, it's like kids today will never know CDs.
Well, I was just going to say, I feel like
nuts.
there's
Why? Because we could.
I feel like there's a certain age you get to where you don't really take the time and initiative to learn.
I don't want to fucking care
new
anymore.
technologies.
No,
I think I'm kind of there.
Yeah.
Like you said, you use Chat GPT a lot. I've never even messed around with it. Like,
it's forced to a degree. If it's forced, so we're starting to use AI in the.
I just want to sound smarter than I really am.
Well, I don't
fucking halfway
we
retarded.
use AI in certain
I
applications for the government to help us predict certain things.
Okay.
And I see that as being like, okay, that's pretty cool.
A useful tool. Yeah. If you
So I'll learn it because it could potentially help me breathe easier.
Well, one thing I like with ChatGPT right now, so like if you ask it a question or whatever, it'll give you actual resources to be like not like
like
fucking,
so it'll
like
no more plagiarizing.
Yeah.
Because basically, so what I'm getting from certain people in college right now is that they'll go in and they'll talk to Chat GPT. I need you to develop a 900-word paper that describes these theories, but I need the point to say this, and this, but eloquently. I also would like at least 12 different, standalone resources, some scholarly articles, et cetera, and this motherfucker will spit it out. Meanwhile, our asses were back there in the day, like
actually reading through like
chat. We're going to Owl Purdue.
big tits, fucking triple D.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But I think they're actually developing software for professors and teachers to run those through to see if they were created
I don't see how you do it.
Yeah, they are.
I don't see how you do it.
So at one point,
to try and like curb that.
I worked for a company that was a Xerox company, and they actually had, this was years ago, they had software for teachers you could actually run and see if things were plagiarized.
Well, that's been that's
the plagiarism was
turn it in has been using that.
But it was crazy. This was years ago when I was working for a Xerox company. You could put a document in a Xerox copy machine, and you could tell, you could put it like, hey, put this in fucking Japanese, put this in Chinese, put this in Spanish, and it would convert all your documents into whatever language. But like, it's just crazy.
It's only easier now. Now we can take our phones and we can say, convert this paper, or
Stuff
or
like that.
yeah, or hey, or I got into a conversation with somebody, and there's a chat to translate feature now, and I can just hold that there, and they can speak their native tongue, and they can just talk to me, and I can be like, "Yo, bro, that's dope, man. Let's get some egg rolls."
Google Translate.
yeah,
right?
Google-
I think that-
yeah.
Well, this like I don't know if you've seen like some of the TikTok shops and Temu or whatever it is, where they got the earpiece now, where it automatically live
translated.
time it will translate.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
as
you're
you're
going-
talking to someone, you hear what they're saying, but it's translating it. Yeah, that's wild.
Well, I mean, we're definitely headed toward the kind of great unknown. It's interesting to see this now. I don't think that I ever thought that I would see it at the government level, where you've got somebody, you've got the initiator, you've got the antagonist of being Elon Musk. I love the fact he got up that motherfucker and he's got a tech support shirt on, right? Sleeps on the floor, tech support, holds a chainsaw up at CPAC. The dude doesn't care because he's rich as shit. You don't have to care. When you're that rich, you don't give a fuck what a bunch of retard congressmen say about you, right? You don't care.
Well, the thing
you don't
is,
care.
10 years ago, they were already saying like finance and like CPAs and everything like that. Their jobs are going to be
Gone.
100%
Yeah.
eliminated.
Good. We need loggers. We need firefighters. We need people. We need men of character.
Like you're going to
Strength.
be able to go in and just be like, boom, here's my documents, and fucking programs are going to be able to like, boom, 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 boom.
Process it.
One last
Yeah.
thing before we wrap this up, because I know we've gone long. I want your initial unfiltered reaction to the fact that we're taking 40,000 IRS agents and we're making them go do border security and raids with INS. How beautiful is that?
I did not hear about that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my thing is when they hired 80,000 IRS
Armed
agents,
IRS agents, nerds with guns.
when they hired 80,000 IRS agents to like basically audit anybody that took
Americans.
Americans
Americans.
that brought in anything more than $600 from like Cash
Venmo.
App, Venmo, and everything.
That was the dumbest
Yeah.
shit
and,
ever.
and it,
But what's the over or under that around 50% of those that are told, get your punk asses down to the border and man the fuck up, mister, I want to carry a gun and be all important and do some raids with ICE and actually put some fucking skin in the game, are going to bitch the fuck out
they're
and
not
go
gonna
back.
do
Because why? Because they're bitch ass tricks.
my thing is, regardless, like there's a lot of redundancies in the government. A lot of
You think?
Oh, I know.
But you're a walking redundancy.
They can fire me. They can fire me right now, and I wouldn't have any hard feelings. I'm like, you can use ChatGPT for my job. 100%.
You just said you use it for emails.
I'm like, you can use ChatGPT.
Yo, Pete, we're vets, bro. Combat vets. Yo, relax, yo.
I'm like, please fire me. I'll collect.
You trying to get that? You trying to get that early resignation punt?
I did. I applied for the early resignation because it's like there's a lot of jobs in the government and in real world that like you create these jobs just to create jobs.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's the government bureaucracy is the world's largest welfare system.
And it's just like
It stays.
You make the processes longer than what they need to be. Like I shouldn't have to get like 12 signatures to approve something.
Yeah, well, we've been saying that for years. It's just like one of the things that always killed me, and one of the great things of hatred I harbor to this day was Operation Anaconda,
Is that a big black dick in your mouth?
where Jason Cunningham and John Chapman
I
killed.
know where you're going.
The bureaucracy killed those two guys and a couple other people.
Well,
The bureaucracy of having to go through layers of commanders who don't deserve a commission and don't deserve to breathe, and they better hope to God I never fucking see them. And then it goes to some civilian fuck at the Pentagon to adjudicate whether or not to send in a rescue bird to take our guys off the side of the mountain. Every person that was complicit in that is an example of gross mismanagement, fraud, waste, and abuse on a scale that I will never forgive. So hats off to Doge, hats off to Pete Hesguth, hats off to anybody who's going to come in and cut these fuckers right the fuck out of the goddamn fucking
You may
world.
be a Pete Hetheridge fan. He's a fucking guard. And you know how active duty looks
Hey,
at guard and
hey,
reserve.
you know what?
He's a fucking guard.
But he was
I'm like, I wish I was at
Three-
the right place at the right time.
three combat
I'm like, I'm
three
halfway-
combat tours. 3 combat tours.
Fucking
3 combat tours.
guard.
Yeah, look, listen.
I'm
If you said
guard.
if you said reserve, I would buy into that. But the guard got abused pretty damn well forever.
I have more respect for the reserve than the guard. The guard's ran by the state.
Well, listen.
Then shut the fuck up.
Nothing until they go down range.
And there's still a bunch of fucking reasons.
I don't know. I'm just saying this. I'd rather have him than fucking what was Chuckle Nuts' name? Fucking that dipshit that we finally got rid of. Oh, Mr. Lloyd Austin. I never fucking did shit, but I'm a diversity fucking hire. That son of a bitch right there. Oh, I'm gonna fucking put it out there. That's all that shit was. We can play fucking Johnny fuck games at the end of the day. This shit's done with, brother.
We're not gonna.
Oh,
Okay.
if I hurt your
This
feelings,
was episode 77.
everybody can buy a bag
This
of dicks.
was
I'll give you a
episode
discount.
77. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. And hey,
If
for
we
a
hurt your
Patreon,
feelings,
shut
drink
the fuck up
whiskey.
right now. For our Patreon fans, there is something coming soon to the people we reached out to.
Him and his buddy Chris.
Oh god damn, I fucking hate you.
Exclusive content.
Exclusively content.
There is some exclusive content.
Come
We
to our
are
Patreon.
sending out some blind samples to a handful of our Patreon members. So we appreciate your support.
Awesome. We do have we are approaching the end of the month. We have not strayed too far from our giveaways. We do have our bottle giveaways. For our Patreon fans, yo guys, listen, we're still chronically short of hitting that 50 number. $4 a month.
I've been paying it for
I
4
know.
months now.
You're ineligible.
Don't.
I got that
I'm
news for you.
just trying to add.
You're
I'm
ineligible.
just trying to get you guys to the 50.
Hey, you're gonna get the 6 ounces. It's gonna be 3 bottles. It's gonna be a blind that we're sending out to a handful of our Patreon fans.
You're gonna send one to him?
Fuck yeah, I am. Fucking after this fucking bottle, I definitely am. He wasn't originally on the list, but
Yeah.
after this, after he fucked Crank, I was like, yeah.
You don't have to do
Yeah,
much
it-
to
it
upgrade
needs
to a
be
hand job
defined.
now. Yeah, so be on the lookout. End of the month, we're going to do our bottle giveaway. It is Stag Junior if we hit 50. I also believe we're giving away a Colonel EHT and a couple other good bottles for our IG and Facebook and our Patreon listeners. So listen, let's get to 50 so we can friggin' get rid of this bottle of Stag Junior. I'm tired of friggin' it sitting on the shelf, and I walk by it, and I want to crack it, and I get all confused, I get fucked up, and then I get emotional. I don't want to be emotional. Again, we apologize that Dan's been a bum and hasn't done this podcast for the last month because he's been busy with Tina, and we definitely. What's wrong, bro? What's wrong, bro?
That's why I find new friends. Definitely.
But I got to be real. My wife, right there, is staring at me, which makes me very nervous about my life choices.
Because dinner's not ready yet.
Oh, shit.
Because shit ain't cooked. So, like we say, until next time, stay thirsty, my friends. Cheers to you.
Enjoy, motherfuckers.
All right, yeah, turn the camera off. I got to go cook dinner before I get killed.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast of Bullets and Bourbon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.